pues estamos de vuelta, gente. Con nuestro nuevo hogar. Anda, ven. Tenemos algo que decirte.
They arrive daily from every settlement in the region. Skyhold is becoming a pilgrimage. If word has reached these people, it will have reached the Elder One. We have the walls and numbers to put up a fight here, but this threat is far beyond the war we anticipated. But we now know what allowed you to stand against Corypheus, what drew him to you.
Está loco, que más da. Mi lucha con la Inquisición.
He came after me because my efforts put the Inquisition in his way.
Perhaps in more ways than you've considered. Your decisions let us heal the sky. Your determination brought us out of Haven. You are the creature's rival because of what you did. And we know it. All of us. The Inquisition requires a leader. The one who has already been leading it.
¿Como yo? No, yo.
You.
Yo no quiero esto, pero yo no soy. Me siento honrada. ¿Confías esto a una maga? Me siento honrada.
I don't know what to say.
Say that you will not make me regret this.
If you're not sure, why do it?
Because I believe this is what was meant to be. That without you, there would be no Inquisition. What it means for the future, how you lead us, that is entirely up to you.
Qué épico. Dará el ejemplo como maga. Por el orden, no por la fe. Porque es lo correcto. Tener a Corypheus como maga porque es el especial de esta clase.
With fear running rampant, they need to see a mage standing for what is right. I'll defeat Corypheus standing with them, not over them.
Wherever you lead us.
Qué épico, gente.
Have
Qué
our
épico.
people been told?
They have. And soon, the world.
Commander, will they follow?
Inquisition, will you follow? Will you fight? Will we triumph? Your leader, your herald, your Inquisitor!
Qué bonita. Uf. Ahora tenemos una fortaleza de verdad. Qué épico.
So this is where it begins.
It began in the courtyard. This is where we turned that promise into action.
But what do we do? We know nothing about this Corypheus except that he wanted your mark.
Un momento, gente. ¿Puedo...? No, no. Bueno, pero esto sí. Clip.
Your leader, your herald, your inquisitor!
Qué bonita. Perdón, es que quiero ver esto bien. Uf. Ahora tenemos una fortaleza de verdad. Qué épico. Un momento, lo siento, gente. Esto es así.
It began in the courtyard. This is where we turned that promise into action.
But what do? We know nothing about this Corypheus except that he wanted your mark.
Your leader, your herald,
Me encanta.
your leader, your herald, your inquisitor!
Silencio, gracias. Voy a poner todo en su lugar. Listo. Ahí. Continuamos. ¿Se ha aliado con Tevinter?
Corypheus wants to restore Tevinter. Is this a prelude to war with the Imperium?
I get the feeling we're dealing with extremists, not the vanguard of a true invasion.
Tevinter is not the Imperium of 1,000 years ago. What Corypheus yearns to restore no longer exists. Though they would shed no tears if the South fell to chaos, I'm certain.
¿Puede convertirse en un
Corypheus
dios?
said he wanted to enter the Black City, that this would make him a god.
He is willing to tear this world apart to reach the next. It won't matter if he's wrong.
What if he's not wrong? If he finds some other way into the Fade?
Then he gains the power he seeks, or unleashes catastrophe on us all.
¿Su dragón es un archidemonio?
Could his dragon really be an archdemon? What would that mean?
It would mean the beginning of another blight.
We've seen no darkspawn other than Corypheus himself. Perhaps it's not an archdemon at all, but something different?
Whatever it is, it's dangerous. Commanding such a creature gives Corypheus an advantage we can't ignore.
Búscame un
If you
objetivo.
can't find him, then find his followers. We can go after them.
We do have one advantage. We know what Corypheus intends to do next. When you were at Therenfall, you uncovered a plot to kill Empress Celine.
Imagine the chaos her death would cause. With his army.
An army he's growing. The Envy Demon gloated about a massive force of demons.
Corypheus could conquer the entire south of Thedas, god or no god.
I'd feel better if we knew more about what we were dealing with.
I know someone who can help with that. Everyone acting all inspirational jogged my memory, so I sent a message to an old friend. He's crossed paths with Corypheus before and may know more about what he's doing. He can help.
No te comprometas por mí.
I don't want you promising things on my behalf, Varric.
It's more like making good on promises I've already made. Point is, there's help waiting on the battlements. Trust me, it's complicated.
Well, then, we stand ready to move on both of these concerns.
On your order, Inquisitor.
I know one thing. If Varric has brought who I think he has, Cassandra is going to kill him.
Eso también.
This is the Inquisition. A dusty old ruin filled with battered soldiers.
If you shut your mouth and open your eyes, you'd see that the Inquisition is our one hope.
Ok. Tenemos una gruta. Un segundo, gente. Vamos a pegar el clip en su lugar. antes de continuar. Ok. Continuamos. No, ahora sí, continuamos. ¿Qué hay aquí en la gruta? A ver. El almacén. Por fin, ¿dónde guardar todo lo que no queremos? Inventario. Bastón de dragón, bye. Bien. Shortcutar, bye. Blasón de piedad, bye. Todas las mejoras, bye. Cuando quiera mejorar, vengo por ellas. Bien. Ahora tenemos un verdadero inventario limpio. Y gente aquí que quiere... envíos especiales, a ver. Ítems. Armas. Nada. Cera. Nada. Blackwall. Nada. Escudo. Nada. Toro. Nada. Pero pregunta a Cole, por ejemplo. ¿Dónde está Cole? ¿Y Cole? ¿Cole no está? ¿En serio? Mira, hay armaduras también. Un montón de cosas. Lol. Armadura. Nada. Nada. Really? ¿Y entonces dónde están? ¿En el inventario o qué? No sé, ahorita vemos. Hola.
Sir, I've walked away from too many burning buildings for one lifetime. This place, though, it'll be all right. It's Inquisitor now, isn't it? That'll take some getting used to.
Para los dos.
You think it's strange to say. It's stranger to hear.
Don't let it go to your head. We need you level. Everyone just got a big, hard reason to hate Corypheus. And we already did, but we didn't have a name. You did what you could, I suppose.
¿Qué tal la nueva instalación?
How is this place shaping up as a forge?
Better than Haven ever could be. Not the way I wanted an upgrade, but ever forward.
Have you any thoughts about the people we lost at Haven?
Yes.
Care to share?
No. It hurts, and I don't want to spit on your efforts. You saved who you could. We have to be happy with that.
You've got it all up and running.
Your basics, like always. There's space here for, I don't know what. This place was built for something big. It'll be a job to fill it.
Okay.
I'll be back later.
I'll be here.
Aquí es donde mejoras tus cosas, ¿no? Estandarte. Tenemos todos estos hasta ahorita. Libres, Vereden, Valicianos, Valicianos. La capilla. No, pues Inquisición. Cama. Solo tengo esa. Ah, cuenca. Tengo de que está como normal. Esta, la parbolén. Cortinas, no. Cortinas. Solo tenemos las básicas y las parbolén. Y las de cuenca de la espada. Y las de parbolén que hacen juego. Blasones. Inquisición puede ser. Inquisición. Decoración. Ah, solo una se puede. Nunca de la espalda. Yo que sé. Trono. Tenemos el de la Inquisición. El de Voces de Dragón que está guapísimo. Y el de Parbolén que está guapísimo. Voy a poner este. LOL. Ventanas. Tengo las de la cuenca de la espada. Las de la Inquisición que están bonitas. Ya está. Adornos. Vámonos de aquí. Teñir armadura. No. Lo que quiero es... pociones. No hay nada para mejorar, ¿no? Pero... ¿dónde me puedo equipar pociones? Aquí. Quiero esto lleno. Es un nuevo comienzo. Quiero empezar bien. Cera tiene lleno. Blackwall, te falta una. Solas, barril. Torre de hierro, te faltan también. Ya está. Hay que conseguir más. Estamos perdiéndolas muy rápido. Nada, mejoras de armadura después. Quiero leer eso. Catálogo del feudo celestial añadidos a la gruta. Complicado. Para ser claros, podemos incorporar. Pues ese Katsi, si confía en que funcione, yo confío en él. Me lo recomendó la Inquisición. Qué bonito escritorio. Hola.
I've made some inquiries into the Imperial Court. The sooner we deal with the threats to the Empress, the better. The political situation in the Empire is dangerously unstable. It will complicate matters.
Everything in the Empire complicates matters. It's the Orlesian national pastime.
Turn your nose up at the grand game if you like, Commander, but we play for the highest stakes, and to the death.
The Court's disapproval can be as great a threat as the Venatori. We must be vigilant to avert disaster.
Peligrosamente inestable, llévame a la corte, salvaremos a la emperatriz. Peligrosamente
Exactly what do
inestable.
you mean? How is it more dangerous than usual?
The Empress is in the middle of a civil war. Her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, seeks to take her throne by force. Leliana reports that a group of elves has been sabotaging both armies, drawing out the hostilities. Orlais holds Tevinter at bay. All of Thedas could be lost if the Empire falls to Corypheus. Celine is holding peace talks under the auspices of a grand masquerade. Every power in Orlais will be there. It's the perfect place for an assassin to hide.
No tengo nada que ponerme.
A grand masquerade. I need to go shopping.
I'll arrange for an invitation at your discretion, Inquisitor.
Gracias. Ok. ¿Tengo esta? Sí. ¿Tengo la de aquí? Sí. ¿Tengo la de aquí? Sí. ¿Tengo la de aquí? Sí. Ahora queremos las manos bien equipadas. Necesitamos usar más puntos. Entonces usamos más experiencia por cada enemigo estudiado. De alcance de las investigaciones. Hierbas adicionales por cosecha. Yo creo por ahora cosechar. El XP puede esperar porque es también en retrospectiva, así que estamos bien. Ferelden. Informe, por favor. Influencia, gracias. Informe, por favor. Influencia en un cinturón, gracias. Informe, por favor. Oro, gracias. Conseguir dinero, no. Precio del poder, por el mar despertar, un montón de cosas ahora.
My scouts
para la
report no
Inquisición.
signs of danger in the pass nearby.
I will
Asunto
arrange
de
patrols to
reclutación,
ensure
lo
it
haces
stays
tú.
that way.
Luego, el juego de la verdad tiene que hacer esta mujer.
Inquisitor?
Y el precio del poder, obviamente, es la Liana,
Let's see what we have.
que es muy poderosa. Y están todos ocupados, ¿no? Por eso dice no disponible. Y la misión principal está ahí. En Ostia. También hay regiones nuevas a las que podríamos ir. Mi trono, tú. Me encanta. ¿Qué es eso de ahí a un lado? No sé. Tal vez es en otro piso. O algo. Vamos a intentar ir a esa parte del castillo. Vamos a explorar nuestro castillo.
Look at this place. It's a bloody palace it is.
Es hermoso este lugar.
The order was sent.
Yes, Commander.
A ver, Cullen.
Send men to scout the area. We need to know what's out there.
Yes, sir.
Commander, soldiers have been assigned temporary quarters.
Very good. I'll need an update on the armory as well. Now!
Chungao.
We set up as best we could at Haven, but could never prepare for an archdemon, or whatever it was. With some warning, we might have...
Nunca dejas de
Do
trabajar.
you ever sleep?
If Corypheus strikes again, we may not be able to withdraw. And I wouldn't want to. We must be ready. Work on Skyhold is underway. Guard rotations established. We should have everything on course within the week. We will not run from here, Inquisitor.
¿Cuántos pediremos en
How many
refugio?
were lost?
Most of our people made it to Skyhold. It could have been worse. Morale was low, but it's improved greatly since you accepted the role of Inquisitor.
¿Ahora trabajas para mí?
You report to me now. Will that be a problem?
I was brought on to oversee the Inquisition's forces and offer military advice. That hasn't changed. We needed a leader, and you have proven yourself.
Thank you, Cullen. Our escape from Haven. It was close. I'm relieved that so many made it out.
As am I. You stayed behind. You could have... I will not allow the events at Haven to happen again. You have my word.
Vincularlos a todos y luego acostarnos con la elfa. Quedarnos con la elfa, con la enana. Cole. Hola.
This thing is not a stray puppy you can make into a pet. It has no business being here.
Wouldn't you say the same of an apostate?
Inquisitor, I wondered if Cole was perhaps a mage, given his unusual abilities.
He can cause people to forget him, or even fail entirely to notice him. These are not the abilities of a mage. It seems that Cole is a spirit.
It is a demon.
If you prefer, although the truth is somewhat more complex.
¿Cómo de complicado?
I'm
Cuéntame.
not sure how much more complexity I need, Solus.
Indeed, my dear. He may call it whatever he likes, but it is still a threat.
In fact, his nature is not so easily defined.
Speak plainly, Solas. What are we dealing with?
Demons normally enter this world by possessing something. In their true form, they look bizarre, monstrous.
But Cole looks like a young man. Could it be possession?
No. He has possessed nothing and no one. And yet he appears human in all respects. Cole is unique, Inquisitor. More than that, he wishes to help. I suggest you allow him to do so.
Explícame más.
In my studies, demons either possessed something from this world or were summoned and bound. They almost never look like something you'd mistake for a person.
Normally you'd be correct. But Cole has willfully manifested in human form without possessing anyone.
¿Y los demonios de la brecha?
The demons who came through the breach, or through the rifts, weren't possessing anything.
These demons were drawn through against their will, driven mad by this world. But Cole predates the breach. From what we can tell, he has lived here for months, perhaps years. He looks like a young man. For all intents and purposes, he is a young man. It is remarkable.
Hablaré con él.
I should hear what Cole has to say for himself.
No voy a hacer de Cole. Me cae bien.
Where is he now?
He was right.
In your face.
Haven. So many soldiers fought to protect the pilgrims so they could escape. Choking fear. Can't think from the medicine, but the cuts rack me with every heartbeat. Hot, white pain. Everything burns. I can't. I'm going to... I'm dying. I'm... dead.
Es desconcertante.
Glad to see you're settling in, Cole. Here I was worried you'd have trouble making friends.
Every breath slower. Like lying in a warm bath. Sliding away. Smell of my daughter's hair when I kiss her goodnight. Gone. Cracked brown pain. Dry. Scraping. Thirsty. Here.
Thank you.
It's all right. She won't remember me.
¿Qué eres?
Solus tried to explain what you are, but honestly, I stopped listening after a while. Any chance you could explain it?
Yes? I used to think I was a ghost. I didn't know. I made mistakes, but I made friends too. Then a Templar proved I wasn't real. I lost my friends. I lost everything. I learned how to be more like what I am. It made me different, but stronger. I can feel more. I can help.
Quédate, ayúdanos.
If you're willing, the Inquisition could use your help.
Yes, helping. I help the hurt, the helpless. There's someone. Hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Someone make it stop hurting. Make her, please. The healers have done all they can. It will take him hours to die.
Eutanasia.
Every moment will be agony. He wants mercy. Help.
All right. Help him.
It's all right. I want to stay.
Ok. Vamos a seguir sacando caras, ¿no? Hola, señora, ¿es aquí cirujana?
Inquisitor? Is there something I can do for you? I should really focus my attention on the injured.
¿Muchos heridos?
Do we have many injured men?
Fewer by the day. The most grievously injured did not survive the journey to Skyhold. As for the rest, they either heal or... I try to make the passing painless.
¿No tenemos magos?
You aren't a mage. Shouldn't we let the mage healers deal with this?
Magic can't cure everything, and we shouldn't rely on it. Science, your worship, is the way of the future. Good health isn't magic, it's diet, exercise, and a balance of the humors.
¿Eres nueva?
I haven't seen you before.
The commander brought me up from the refugee camps. I'd been helping the pilgrims in simple ways. Setting broken bones, simple amputations and such. We need all the help we can get.
Bye.
As you were.
Your worship.
Con estos ya hablé. Hola, Lisette.
Thank you for Haven and your efforts at Therenfall. I am committed to serve your worship.
De nada. Sera. ¿Qué tal, amiga?
Well, about time you came around to talk, innit? Sign me up, then not so much as a welcome. Little busy, I hope, making sure this new place can keep out a pissing archdemon. And the thing controlling it, that we're hunting. Droste, what did I step in?
Maybe nobody saw this coming, but you knew how I got the job.
I know what people said, but people believe all sorts of shite when they're scared. Swear at a farmer and you've cursed his crops. Spill the salt and you're dead by dawn. Dance through town in a goat's head and children, people never had, go missing.
The ancient thing trying to kill us seems pretty real.
Don't get me started.
Oh, wait. Too late, right? A magister who cracked the Black City. It's a hazy dream, right? I mean, if it's real, then the seat of the Maker? Real thing. A seat needs a butt, so the Maker? Real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world? Real things. It's too far, innit? I just want to plug the Skyhole rubbish so I can go play.
¿Crees o no?
You joined to help the little people caught up in this. But do you believe or not?
In Andraste? Of course.
But you doubt what you're seeing and hearing.
It can't be true. Even fanatics don't want to be this right. Look, I have arrows. I can make this Corypheus believe in those. Good enough? Please be good enough.
Como tú.
Keep calling it nonsense. That perspective will keep the Inquisition grounded.
Oh, I can do that. Sure could use a few more people shouting no. We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal.
Okay.
A nice, well-paid normal.
Espero que quieras algo más.
I'm hoping you'll stick around. Never know what might interest you.
Oh, listen to you. We'll see how things go, Lady Herald. Herald. Have to do something about that.
Pues para allá. Vivian.
What a fascinating life you lead, my dear. First you fall out of the Fade, then you're attacked by an archdemon. If you wanted more public attention, you could have just held a ball.
Lo intentaré.
I'll talk to Josephine. Maybe we can get matching gowns before the next attack.
I've got a tailor in Valroyur who can work miracles, my dear. But not those sort of miracles. You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. But the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
¿Entiendes tus propios asuntos? No, ¿no? Triste porque no pude salvarlos a todos.
For every person I saved, 2 more were cut down. I failed them.
You haven't failed them, my dear. The men and women who fight for you gave their lives for a great cause, and they fought to the end. The rest still fight, and you will fail them if you give up now. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first, and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
Okay. Blackwall. A ver qué tienes que decir.
So, this is Skyhold.
Voy a esconder otra vez, gente. Me siento más cómodo aquí, en la trinchera.
Come, let's walk the ramparts. I want to examine our fortifications.
Okay.
We'll be able to see Corypheus coming from miles away.
Si lo vemos, él nos ve. Estaremos listos cuando venga. Estaremos listos cuando venga.
He's not going to get the better of us again.
We lost good soldiers that day, loyal men and women. And when he came after you, he really made it personal. I swear I'll take that twisted bastard down, even if I have to die to do it.
No voy a perder.
I'm not losing anyone to Corypheus, especially not you.
You can't afford to think I'm special. I'm a soldier no different than any soldier lost at Haven. I am fond of you, it's true, but we can't let this go any further. This, whatever you want this to be, is impossible.
¿Por qué no?
Why is it impossible? I know you have feelings for me.
My lady, don't. You're the Inquisitor, the Herald of Andraste. Even now, there are people flocking to your banner ready to serve, to die. We must remain focused on the task at hand.
No soy la Heraldo de Andraste.
I'm not what they say I am. I never asked them to believe.
But they do. And it's too late to go back. Whoever you were is gone. They believe you're the Herald because they need to. Without that hope, all that's left is despair. We're both bound by duty. Our lives aren't ours to live. Don't make this harder than it has to be.
Okay. Muy bien. Vamos a ahí, supongo, a ver qué misiones hay. Explorando nuestro nuevo castillito. Vamos a repararlo todo. No me acuerdo si se repara solo cuando van avanzando en las misiones o tienes tú que hacer algo. ¿Aquí está Barrick o quién es? Sí, Barrick. Hola. Dime, ¿quién es tu amigo del que nos hablaste que podría ayudarnos a salvar al mundo?
Inquisitor, meet Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Though I don't use that title much anymore.
Hawk, the Inquisitor.
I
figured you might have some friendly advice about Corypheus. You and I did
Creo que era un
fight him
guardia
after
gris,
all.
creo. Rotísimo, por cierto.
This view reminds me of my home in Kirkwall. I had a balcony that overlooked the whole city. I loved it at first. But after a while, all I could see were the people out there depending on me.
Sé lo que se
You're
siente.
lucky it was just a single city. I've got half of Thedas.
You're doing everything you can to protect them.
Does it ever get any easier?
I'll let you know. I don't envy you, Inquisitor. But I may be able to help you.
Varric said that you fought Corypheus before.
Fought and killed. The Grey Wardens were holding him, and he somehow used his connection
¿Cómo?
to
¿Ya
the
está muerto
Darkspawn
pero
to
revivió?
influence them.
Corypheus got into their heads, messed with their minds, turned them against each other.
If the Wardens have disappeared, they could have fallen under his control again.
Es posible, solo no me vale. Es reversible, eso no es bueno. Eso no es bueno.
So Corypheus has the Venatori, the Red Templars, and now possibly the Wardens as well. Wonderful.
I didn't come this far just to give you bad news. I've got a friend in the Wardens. He was investigating something unrelated for me. His name is Stroud. The last time we spoke, he was worried about corruption in the Warden ranks. Since then, nothing.
Corypheus would certainly qualify as corruption in the ranks. Did your friend disappear with them?
No. He told me he'd be hiding in an old smuggler's cave near Crestwood.
¿Qué investigabas?
If you didn't know about Corypheus, what were you doing with the Wardens?
The Templars in Kirkwall were using a strange form of lyrium. It was
lyrium
red.
rojo.
I'd hoped the Wardens could tell me more about it.
We've encountered Red Lyrium. Corypheus was using it to corrupt the Templars and turn them into his slaves.
Hopefully my friend in the Wardens will know more.
Vale la pena intentarlo, gracias.
I'll take any lead I can get at the moment.
Gracias por el contacto,
Good.
Barrick.
I'll do whatever I can to help.
Mucho gusto.
Corypheus is my responsibility. I thought I'd killed him before. This time, I'll make sure of it.
Acabaremos con él juntos, no te preocupes. A ver, ¿qué más me tienes que decir? ¿Por qué no tienes a nadie?
I heard you had family and friends in Kirkwall. Where are they now?
When the Wardens began acting strangely, I had my friend Aveline take my brother out of the Free Marches. My uncle Gamlen's still in Kirkwall. But everyone else I used to know?
Por supuesto.
Pretty much scattered to the winds.
También me gustaría saber... ¿qué te ha dicho Barrick?
I assume Varric's been feeding you information about the Inquisition. What did he say about me?
Only good things, I promise. I was
Vale,
a little
vale.
surprised, actually. Varric isn't one for religion in general, but he thinks highly of the Inquisition.
Bueno, pero... ¿dónde has estado todo ese tiempo?
And where did you go after the mages rebelled?
I heard the Chantry might be sending an exalted march to Kirkwall to put down the rebellion. I hoped that leaving would save lives and force the Divine to divide her forces to come after me. As it turned out, I needn't have bothered. All the circles started rising up, and the exalted march never came.
Entiendo. Pero, ¿qué fue exactamente lo que sucedió en Kirkwall, amigo?
Varric said you were the champion of Kirkwall. I've only heard a little about what happened there.
What happened at Kirkwall was the same thing that happened everywhere. Fearful of blood magic and abominations, the Templars brutally suppressed the Circle. And in their desperation to survive, the mages of the Circle turned to blood magic, or became abominations.
Oh, shit.
Finally, a rebel mage named Anders destroyed Kirkwall's Chantry. And everything came tumbling down.
Entendí. ¿Conociste a Anders? ¿Y por qué yo lo conocía yo?
I heard that Anders was your friend. What was he like?
I don't know if there ever was just Anders. He was crazy. By the end, there was nothing left in him except this insane need to start a war no one could win.
Ya. Oye, ¿y luchaste contra Corypheus?
You said you thought you killed Corypheus.
The Grey Wardens had him imprisoned. They used my father's blood in a ritual to seal Corypheus inside. But he could still reach out and influence the Warden's thoughts. He sent them after me. And I didn't just think I killed him. When the fight was done, he was dead on the ground.
O sea, que algo le dio poder para revivirse.
Somehow brought him back. Or maybe it's old
O sea,
Tevinter
que hay un
magic.
boss mayor,
But he was dead.
más allá de
I swear.
Corifeo. ¿Eso me estás dando a
We'll
entender?
talk later.
Que conste que yo he jugado este juego, he llegado hasta aquí, pero nunca lo he terminado, entonces hay cosas que no sé. Este güey lo acabamos de
Let me
conocer,
know if
así
you
que
have
quiero
any
ver.
other questions. Otherwise, I'll meet you at Crestwood.
Me parece que nada.
We'll talk later.
Adiós.
Right.
Gracias por la información, compañero. Hawk se llama. Esta es la misión principal. Y hay algo a un lado. Ok, a ver. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? ¿Qué es esto? Esto es ir con la princesa y decirle que está en peligro, ¿no? Esta es la pista que nos acaba de dar Hawk, el que acabamos de conocer. Esto... Una fisura, no sé qué. Para abrir caminos, ¿no? Las tumbas, taca, 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 taca. Ok. El feudo, que es nuestra nueva casa. ¿Qué hay que hacer? Fabricación de runas. Recluta un arcano. Bueno, pues entonces lo que el juego quiere es que vayamos a la mesa de guerra para empezar a hacer cosas. ¿Hay manera de viajar ahí rápido? No. Pero aquí sí. Que está más o menos cerca, ¿no? Porque no puedo viajar. Ahora sí, ¿no? Ah, pues no me deja tú. Pues a pie. Creo que por aquí arriba también llego, ¿no? Ah, no, está cerrado. Vámonos.
Here, tell the commander that this is the perfect spot for the armor.
Recién llegados todos, qué chingón. Apenas acomodándose. Cada que van pasando las misiones se va poniendo más bonito. Mira, mira, todo en ruinas. Esto va a estar precioso. Lo vamos a dejar súper bonito esto. Ya me vi. Vamos a la sala de consejo y vamos a empezar a hacer todo lo que tengamos que hacer para salvar al mundo. Vamos a eso. Esa es la sala de consejo, pero... ¿hay algo más ahí dentro? No, ¿no? Consejo, assemble. Ferelden, supongo. No sé. Ah, es que tengo que esperar, ¿no?
How are the rescue efforts? Have they
Tengo que
found
esperar
anyone
porque están en
alive?
curso estas tres.
Excavation is slow, as you can imagine.
Bueno, en ese caso voy a surtirme de lechita y de más. Y nos vemos en un ratito en lo que se hacen estas cosas, ¿va?